The Westfjord is a large peninsula in northwestern Iceland. It is connected to the rest of the country by an isthmus that is only 7 kilometers wide. Due to the abundance of steep hills and fjords in this region, the roads can be indirect and confusing. So, keep your eyes on the road.
Lights up on Haldora and Hannah's van. They are driving from Bella Mountain to Holmavik. Hannah looks at Haldora and accidentally swerves.
Look, sorry, I'm driving like my sister. Say that again.
But Ludiger.
Oh, and this is the one thing that's worth going out in public for? Like, what is it exactly?
Bunday.
Still confused.
It's a festival. There's pastries and a spanking stick.
Excuse me?
If you're going to mock our traditions, I'm not going to explain them.
No, sir. Please continue. So, you spank people?
I don't. I just like buns. Though I usually have to buy my own, and you're not supposed to do that. Traditionally, a family member or a loved one is supposed to buy it for you, but that's for normal people.
I don't get it.
Bunday, it's pretty self-explanatory.
No. Why do you want to be normal so badly?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, of all the things to strive for, normal's nothing special. And when it's not who you are, it doesn't even feel good.
I wouldn't know.
I never got to know how it feels to live the normal way. I was kidnapped at 15. In the valley of death, nothing can grow. So I didn't age a day, and the world moved on without me. Normal is kinship with your tight-knit, close community. It's reading by the fire, and it's camping with your friends. It's festivals and late-night fun, hot springs in the midnight sun. But for me, normal is staying away. Normal is staying alone. Normal is just wishing you could be normal.
We try so hard for normal, and then it doesn't fit. And all I really want is to just not care about it. I'm trying to not give a damn. I want a new normal, and normal is just who I am.
You know what the best part of this is? Before, I thought I'd be making a small difference, and I thought the troll stuff was funny. But this is real. I'm gonna make a big difference. I get to save something. That's a really good mark to leave behind.
Maybe you don't have to leave it behind. Maybe you could stick around and enjoy it.
What?
You realize we're headed for an actual valley of immortality, right?
Yes, but I told you, living forever would be a nightmare.
I read the mythology. The water of immortality halts the progression of age and deterioration. Colby, you would be exactly as you are now, forever.
Zane.
Ask Thora if you don't believe me.
I don't want you getting your hopes up for this. We don't even know if it's real.
Are you kidding? Were you there when we ran a troll off of a cliff?
Yes, I was there. Trolls are real. But let's not get carried away.
It's not just trolls, it's wishing stones and psychics too. These things exist, we've seen them. So why can't you believe that the Valley of Immortality exists and it could save you? We could have the life we've wanted. Back to movie nights and playing pranks on tourists at Niagara Falls, and making pastries from a tube and playing Battleship, hiking trails and climbing rocks, footsie wars and fuzzy socks. Can't you see? This is a reason to hope. This is a reason to think that we could get back to how we used to be. Back to normal.
No, we could have something better. 'Cause when you think it's over and then you find it's not, each day means so much more and you treasure what you've got. If hope's not as lost as it seemed, we could have a new normal, a normal that's more than we dreamed.
How long do you think we'll be in Holmavik? I want to make sure I get to the airport in time to fly out today.
You're not going to the airport?
Yes, I am. I said I'd get you to Holmavik before the museum closes, but then I'm out of here.
You won't leave without Hannah, and she's not going to leave.
She will, once I talk some sense into her.
Do you really want to argue with someone who sees the future? If you were smart, you'd listen to me. You would realize that pretending you're gonna quit is immature and pointless, and that since you're stuck here, you might as well be engaged in the cause that Hannah is passionate about.
Hannah knows me. She knows what I'm like.
I don't like being lied to. I don't like being misled. It's normal for me to be upset. If you wanna judge me, then go ahead. But it's normal to want to go home.
Normal, huh? The way you've always been around Hannah?
Yes.
How's that working out for ya?
Wait, what do you know? Do you know something?
I know that you're not leaving, cause frankly you're afraid. You like to make a scene, but your confidence will fade. Instead of the same selfish theme, you could try a new normal, a normal where you're on the team.
A new normal.
A new normal.
I could be watching. Where I can be who I am.
Where I can change who I am. We can have more time. I can have my valley. I'm chasing the dream full speed. Because a new normal is what I need.
The Museum of Icelandic Sorcery and Witchcraft is located in the coastal town of Holmavik. It is a small two-level building where you can find displays such as skeletons bursting up through the floor, rune carvings, horrible-looking creatures, and of course, the necropents. We have included a picture of necropents in the glossary at the back of this book because they were truly indescribable. Or rather, we could describe them, but we really don't want to.
Lights come up on the interior of the Museum of Icelandic Sorcery and Witchcraft. Freddie, Zane, and Colby are staring at the necropants with a mixture of disgust and horror on their faces.
Necropants. Necropants?
If you want to make your own necropants, you must get permission from a living man to use his skin after his death. After he has been buried, you dig up his body.
Nope, no. Mm-mm.
And flay the skin of the corpse in one piece from the waist down.
Ew, nope.
Stop.
As soon as you step into the pants, they will stick to your own skin.
Why would anyone do this?
Seriously, what is the purpose?
Apparently, if you put a coin in the scrotum,
What?
the necropants generate an endless supply of money in the scrotum.
So, pants, skin, scrotum.
Unlimited money.
Only men. Only men would come up with something like this.
And put it on display.
Is it bothering you? Maybe I should say something.
What?
Look, the museum guard is right there. We need a distraction, and like I said outside, I'm ready to be a team player.
Which is great, and we're all glad, and please don't take this the wrong way, but we need a successful distraction.
Excuse me, I'll have you know I had a bad boy phase.
You had a bad boy phase.
Watch and learn. Excuse me, ma'am, I demand attention over here. I am very upset.
The concerned-looking employee, Elizabeth, approaches Freddie. In the background, Hannah and Haldora steal a large ornate book from one of the museum displays and exit the museum unseen by the employee.
Yes, can I help you?
I don't know, Elizabeth. Can you help me?
Well, sir, I'd certainly like
Well,
to.
ma'am, I'm an American, and I'm very disturbed by this scrotum just hanging here willy-nilly. Literally.
Some of the artifacts may be upsetting in nature.
Maybe. Back up for a second here, scrotum coins, because I have news for you. In America, we don't just take people's skin when they die.
Yeah, we don't do that in Canada either.
Oh, you're from Canada?
Focus, Elizabeth!
Sorry.
What sort of place are you running here anyway? Spontaneously generating generous wealth from genitalia is... That's not normal, Elizabeth!
We don't practice it nowadays, sir.
Then where'd you get the pants, Elizabeth? Huh? Where'd you get the pants?
This is a museum. These are historical facts and artifacts.
Looks pretty fresh to me. Whose necropants are these, Elizabeth? Who's using them? Are you getting a cut of the profits? Admit it!
I'm terribly sorry our exhibits have upset you. Customer satisfaction is very important to us. Come, we have a restaurant. Have a meal on us.
No. We...
I insist. I'd like to make this right.
We have to... Okay.
Elizabeth leads Freddie, Colby, and Zane towards the exit. Hannah and Haldora are sitting on a dock on the water outside. Hannah is holding the book they stole.
What's taking them so long?
I don't know. We said to meet here when the coast was clear. Is it possible Freddie got carried away with the distraction?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So I guess we just keep waiting.
Not the worst thing to do. It's pretty here.
Yeah.
So, item number 3. Any idea what we're going to do with it?
Probably a spell.
Oh God, you're serious.
I was, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, no.
What?
My suspension of disbelief only goes so far. I'm a science person. Magic spells?
It's part of the package, you just have to go with it.
Trolls I'll give.
Because you've seen one.
But I don't believe in magic.
Why not?
I like logic and data. Science has always made sense to me. I've always liked things I could solve and see. And if I can't put it on a microscope, I really fucking hate it. So trolls are fine, and the wishing stone's fine, but magic spells are where I draw the line. I have to know what I'm dealing with. I have to be able to see it. I have to be able to classify and break it down and decide what it means. I had a list of things that made sense, a list of things that I can achieve. And lately there are too many things that I cannot identify. So I'm sticking with my list of things I can believe. Global warming is real, evolution is real, and trolls are real.
Well, if you need to see it, magic is something that can be done. In fact, it's easy for everyone. A save is a symbol.
Holy fucking shit!
You can draw to invoke a desired result. A magic sign.
How are you doing
antique
that?
design. If you wanna try, I can teach you mine. This is what you're dealing
What the hell
with.
am I dealing with? I can't
Now
believe
you
my
can
eyes.
see
How the hell can I classify this and break it down and decide what it means? I had a list of things that made sense, a list of
I
things that
know
I
it
can
doesn't make
achieve.
sense.
Lately there are too many things that I cannot identify.
Expand your
I had my list
of things you can
of
believe.
things I can believe. Trolls are real, wishing stones too. Magic is. This is just a lot. You know, people always tell me that I go so fast I stress them out. And I think too much and don't make sense.
People don't know what they're talking about. You know, people always tell me I'm the worst and I ruin everything.
Yeah, I heard the song.
I know. And so my point is, you bring hope to an impossible situation. So as far as my list of things that make sense, my list of things I can believe, I believe in you.
And I believe in you. And I guess since I can see it, I believe in magic too.
You believe in magic
I mean,
too.
what else can I do? What else can I do? What else can we do?
We have to know what we're dealing with. We have to be able to see it. We have to be able to classify and break it down and master the skill. And oh, the list of things that make sense, and oh, the list of things I can do, and oh, the list of things that I feel with magic glowing standing with you. Oh, the list of thoughts in my head, and oh, the list of things I might say, and oh, the thought of what I might do.
Haldora and Hannah break off suddenly. They are standing awfully close. They might be about to kiss. There is a moment of tension where it seems like they're going to go for it, and then Freddie runs on stage.
Coast is clear. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Great.
We're going. Okay.
Camper vans often come with amenities like refrigerators, coffee makers, stoves, sinks with running water, and cookware. They do not, however, have bathrooms. Luckily, Iceland have plenty of rest stops and gas stations for your convenience.
Lights come up on a rest area. The camper vans are parked. 2 of the vans are empty. Freddie and Flora are hanging out in front of the 3rd van.
Pick a card.
No.
Come on, it's fun. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff. I had a magician phase.
I know.
Right. I guess being psychic kind of takes the fun out of magic tricks. Can I ask you something?
Rule number 1.
It's not a question about my future, I promise.
Fine.
Do you believe in love?
Rule number 3.
Just in general, it has nothing to do with my love life.
Then why are you asking?
Because, I don't know, you're all mystical. I thought maybe you'd know.
You thought wrong.
Okay, but even if you don't know, you must have an opinion, right?
Sure.
So, do you believe in love?
Rule number 3.
Stop saying that!
Stop asking about your love life.
Fine. What did you do before you went into hiding to avoid people who wanted your help?
I didn't.
So you used to help people sometimes?
I used to help people all the time.
And you hated it?
Actually, I'm not talking about this.
Okay, it's just... If some part of you liked helping people, or if any part of you misses it, I'm really confused. And if you could give me, like, any clarification or even the tiniest hint, I don't know what to do.
I've never been the guy who gets the girl. I've never been the hero who prevails. I'm more the guy who's in the way, who always tries but always fails. I know I'm nothing special, that's very clear to see. But I want her to think I'm special. I want her to want to be with me. So tell me, is there something I can do? Is there something I could say to get her to see me that way? Is there any possibility? Please tell me. Don't tell me.
I suppose dating other people never occurred to you?
I've tried. It's not the same. No one else makes me feel the way she does. It's like the universe is telling me that this is it, she's the one, but she doesn't see it. And I don't see the problem.
I've never been the guy who breaks her trust. I've never been the guy who shuts her out. I'm more the guy who's always there, but somehow she forgets about. I know I'm not a first choice for who should win her heart, but I'm always there to pick up the pieces when some other guy tears it apart. So tell me, do I ever get the chance? Do I get to be the guy who gets her to give him a try? Is there any possibility? Please tell me. Don't tell me.
I won't.
Why not?
I will would say rule number 3, but that doesn't seem to be effective on you.
You could try having a little sympathy. My best friend is my soulmate, but she doesn't want me. No one could possibly understand how much that hurts.
I've had my eyes ripped out of my head, so just saying, perspective.
There's all these guys I'll never be, these things I'll never do. But if I could just have this one thing, I know I'd make it through. I don't need to be a hero or a winner or a star. I just want her to look at me and say, to me you are. To me you are. If I could be the guy she gives a chance, if I could be the guy she starts to love, I'd be the guy who likes his life, who got what he was dreaming of. I'm nice enough, I'm attractive enough, I'm there for her, I care for her, she belongs with me. It's meant to be, and I don't see the problem.
No, you don't. And that's the problem.
What is?
It's not about you.
What do you mean?
That's it. That's all you get.
Of the many volcanoes in Iceland, perhaps the most famous and most active is Hekla. In the Middle Ages, this intimidating volcano was known as the gateway to hell. To this day, rumors exist that Hekla is the entrance to the underworld, or possibly even hell itself. It is ready to erupt at any moment, but even hell operates with some courtesy. The volcano usually gives about an hour's notice before it blows.
Lights up on the mountain Hekla. Haldora, Thora, Freddie, Hannah, Colby, and Zane are on a simple dirt path.
You're sure this is the Valley of Death?
It's not, but the entrance is nearby.
I don't see anything. You wouldn't. It's hidden. Invisible.
The only people who can find the entrance are those who have been there before. You have the vial we got from your house? The one your killdeer gave you when he offered you?
Yes, I have it.
Then let's move.
For a moment, Haldora is frozen. Hannah slides her hand into Haldora's. Haldora looks at her hand, then at Hannah.
You're okay.
I swore I'd never go back in there.
You're not going in alone.
What was that?
Encouragement?
Everyone passes through an unseen archway into the Valley of Death, which is covered in lush grass, flowers, and a waterfall that tumbles over moss into a beautiful pool. But there is no color anywhere, only different shades of black.
Oh. So this is the Valley of Death.
Looks deadly.
We need the water. Remember not to touch it. That's what the vial's for.
I lived here 7 years. I know not to touch it.
Just be careful, okay?
She got it.
Item number 4.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way. Come on.
After a moment, Yerkeldeer steps out of the shadows with an unsettling smile on his face. 3 of his Hidden Folk minions appear behind him.
She took the water.
Perfect. I know, she thinks she can use it against me, but there's a long line of creatures who learn the hard way just how powerful I am. I was born much smaller than the others. So I was mocked and tormented by all my massive brothers until the day I scared away the largest of them all, and I started feeling bigger for the first time. See, I was born with unexplained dark power. With my gifts, I got revenge and made them run and cower. I gained respect, 'cause they got wrecked if they got in my way. And I started getting bigger all the time.
Not literally, though. I mean, you're still the same size.
Ever seen a troll do that before? Of course not, because I'm more than just a troll. I learned I was half demon, which explained my lack of girth. And all at once they feared me and began to see my worth. They fell in line and watched my status grow and grow and grow and grow. Now I'm at the top where I belong. Size don't matter in the long run, not when you're the strong. They're not about to force me out, I'm way beyond their reach, and I just keep getting bigger all the time.
But aren't you worried about the water?
I'm not worried about anything. As no one takes what's mine and no one dares to call me small. These humans wanna try to hold me back, go crush them all. I'll effortlessly squash them as I grow and grow and grow and grow. They cursed the day they chose to even think it. She took my water and that's great, cause I can make her drink it. And soon they see they're stopping me, it's something they can't do. They'll just watch me getting bigger all the time. My awesome strength and power means I can't be overthrown. There's no way to defeat me and there's nothing I don't own. And no one can stand up to me, cause look how huge I've grown. And I just keep getting bigger. I just keep getting bigger. They should be scared, they're not prepared for just how large I'll be. They'll just watch me getting bigger to the whole world judging me. Colossal size, I'm on the rise and always on the climb. And I just keep getting bigger all the time, all the time, all the time. All the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. I just keep getting bigger, I just keep getting bigger all the time.
Lights come up on a camping area on the water near Boyeri, Iceland, which is about halfway between Hekla and Akureyri. We see the backs of the camper vans with their doors open. Zane, Colby, Freddie, Hannah, Haldora, and Thora are standing in a circle. Everyone but Freddie has their hands raised and glowing.
Come on, Freddie, you can do it.
Look, some of us are having trouble with magic as a concept, okay?
I know it's weird, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really fun. Remember, that's what you told me about banana tubing. I trusted you, and it worked out great.
Well, this isn't banana tubing, Hannah. What if I screw up and grow an extra arm or something?
That won't happen.
It could happen.
You're not helping.
Look, whatever's going through your head right now, you realize you have the power to make sure the bad guy doesn't win, right? It's in your hands. This is for Thora. She got her eyes ripped out. And for Haldora, she got her life stolen. So right now, you're gonna raise your arms and do some magic and make things right. Right?
Right! Whoa, fuck!
Let's finish this.
Holy crap, we did it!
And that is how you bind a demon permanently to the spot he's in.
Wait, if we can do this magic thing to trap Jokelder, why do we need the wishing stone?
Come on, Thora, we're almost to the Valley of Immortality. We're practicing the binding spell. I think it's time we get the rest of the information.
Fine. The spell traps him in the spot he's in, so we need to wish for a way to get him out of the Valley of Immortality and into the Valley of Death, and get us back to safety once it's done.
That makes sense. So we need the stone for the wish, the book for the spell. Why do we need the water?
The spell won't work on your killdeer if he's immortal. We have to use the water of death to make him mortal.
How?
By pouring the water of death into the water of immortality.
What? But that would destroy
it. Yes. The only way to undo immortality is to eradicate its source.
Wait, what?
No one else can use the water?
No. Not if we want to stop your killdeer.
But it's real. There's water that can make you immortal, and we have to destroy it.
Colby.
I told you not to get your hopes up, didn't I?
I'm so sorry. I thought...
I know. I did too. Excuse me.
Not yet.
But...
Let me talk to her. Let someone else talk to you.
Why?
Just trust me.
I'm okay.
No, you're not.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because sometimes not knowing is better. Especially when knowing won't change what you choose to do.
You know, just for a moment, I saw it all change. This fate, slowly becoming paralyzed until I died, trapped in my own body. I saw it disappear. I saw myself marrying Zane and starting the big happy family we always wanted. Spending our lives together. Coming back here for our 50th anniversary. And now I get to take that fantasy and pour death water on it. I tried so hard to focus on making the most of my time. People say to live each day like it's your last. But when each day really could be your last, you realize that's bullshit. Because when each day could be your last, all you want is more days. And for this tiny little window, I thought I had more days.
Things never happen the way you expect them to. Without the water of immortality, my valley will. Well, there won't be much to watch over anymore.
And you're okay with that?
No. But the alternative is to watch my home get destroyed. There are some things you can't control. Sometimes all you can do is make the right sacrifice.
Can you do me a favor?
What's the favor?
Can you write Cruel 2 and just tell me if she's gonna be okay? I'm scared she's not gonna be okay.
She's gonna be okay.
Up in the sky, northern lights appear for the first time.
The aurora borealis, or nolujos in Icelandic, are one of the most spectacular things you can see on this planet. They are created by electrically charged particles that make the air seem to glow. While the northern lights are elusive, Iceland is one of the best places on the earth to view this majestic natural phenomenon.
Colby and Zane make eye contact and walk to meet each other center stage.
Northern Lights.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Beautiful.
This is way prettier than any of the wedding venues we looked at.
Makes you wish we could get married right here.
Why don't you?
What?
Didn't you tell us you brought your marriage license?
I mean, for sentimental reasons, but...
I'm ordained.
Excuse me?
I had a ministry phase. Thanks to the Universal Life Church, I can perform weddings.
I don't know how to react to that.
I think we should do it.
Really?
Yeah. I always wanted to get married somewhere beautiful and natural and raw. Sure, I thought maybe there'd be a dress and flowers, but...
Oh, wait!
Magician face.
I know.
Wait a second.
Forget-me-nots.
True blue.
Let's do this.
Colby and Zane stand facing each other with the northern lights in the background. Freddie stands in front of them.
Okay, so when I got ordained, I did research on traditional wedding ceremonies, but it's been a while, so Bear with me.
That's okay. We're not traditional anyway.
Ladies and gentle, friends and just friends, we are gathered here tonight to, well, prepare to fight a demon troll. But before that, in this moment, we are here to join this woman and woman in holy...
Sorry, what religion are you?
We're not really religious.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, great.
Matrimony, join them in matrimony. And as we stand here, with the northern lights up above, we are moved by their beautiful love, and how, just like the lights, they light up each other's lives. But tonight is about you and how you make each other feel. I honestly don't think I've ever seen a love so real or compatibility so clear. So maybe you should take it from here.
It's funny. I think back to the day I was at Niagara Falls, and this pretty jet boat captain kept making fun of me. And I told her I was gonna throw her in the water. I think even then I had a feeling. All I've wanted, all I've waited for, all I've dreamed of, you are that and more. Every day when I think of how much you mean to me, I ask myself, how am I so lucky? Because you make the world feel like it's hopeful, and you make my heart feel like it's warm. When I look into your eyes, I could stay there for all time. 'Cause for all time, I love you and I'm yours.
You know, I never believed in love till I met you.
I'm so happy 'cause I get to spend the rest of my life loving my best friend. Every day I'm in awe of the way you make me feel. It's thanks to you that I know love is real. Because you make the world feel like it's gentle, and you make my heart feel like it's strong. Every time I'm in your arms, I could stay there for all time. 'Cause for all time, I love you and I'm yours.
And when you know you're in love, even though you know your love will last, you know it's not about what's in the future or what's in the past. It's only this moment.
So love every moment, but
Stay in the moment. Because you make the world feel like it's glowing. I mean, it is. And you light my heart up just as bright. In this place with you right now, I could stay here for all time. 'Cause for all time, I love you and I'm yours.
Great. Good vows. Nice vows. Well done. Colby, do you take Zane to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And Zane, do you take Colby to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you wife and wife. You may now...
Colby and Zane kiss before Freddie can finish the sentence.
Okay, yes, that.
Lights come up on the same camping area later in the evening. Hannah and Freddie are sitting by a campfire.
Hannah?
Yeah?
What did you think of the wedding?
It was so sweet. I almost cried. That was a really nice thing you did. You created such a beautiful memory for them.
They're so in love.
Yeah.
Soulmates.
I think so.
The stuff they said, how love is about the exact moment you're in, it was smart, because if you get caught up in the way things went in the past, or if you get frozen worrying about how they'll go in the future, nothing ever happens. You never get to that place where you can just be together the way you want. I don't want to be frozen anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm in love with you. I think you're my soulmate. I think we belong together.
Freddie, I care about you so much. You're important to me. You're my best friend, and I do love you. Just not the way that you want me to.
We could try, though. Right?
If I could be the guy you give a chance, then I could be the guy you start to love. And you and I could find together exactly what we're dreaming of. Sometimes love needs time to see if it can grow. And if we never even try, then we'll never really know. So, could we try?
I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately and about what I want, and you and I really think that we're meant to be best friends.
Oh. Okay. I get it.
Freddie,
it's okay. I understand. Message received.
I'm sorry. I really didn't want to hurt you, and
It's fine, okay? I'm gonna go to bed and just forget it. Okay?
Freddie.
Good night.
Freddie.
Laura.
I'd like to be alone.
You're upset.
Yes, and I don't want to talk about it.
Is it something you saw? Something about Kildare? We're facing him soon. If the future has changed, we should know. Please, Laura, I know you hate me, but
I don't hate you.
You don't?
No. It's just hard to be around you.
Because I betrayed you.
Because I betrayed you first.
What?
I saw the threads where you got kidnapped, and I still chose to mentor you. There were threads that showed me what you might go through in the Valley of Death, and I chose not to save you. I ruined your life a long time before you ruined mine.
Kildare ruined my life. And you can't control the threads.
But I knew they were there. And I let this version become your life. I thought maybe, if I let myself hate you for what you did, I could forget that. And I thought maybe if I didn't care about any of you, I could be okay with what happens next.
Colby enters nearby and overhears what comes next. Thor and Haldora do not see her.
What happens next? There's still a way to stop Kildare, right?
One. There's only ever been one. And I tried to find another. I really did.
Look, I know destroying the water of immortality isn't ideal, but if it's
pouring the water of death into the water of immortality doesn't just destroy the water. It destroys the whole valley and everyone in it. One person has to stay behind and pour the water. If we want to stop Kildare, If we want to save Iceland, someone has to die. Now, excuse me. I said I'd like to be alone.
Let's not pretend for a second that anyone here is gonna hesitate, that anyone here is gonna weigh the options on who should accept this fatal fate. No, it won't be the sweet young heroes. No, it won't be the tragic lovebirds if someone has to die. It's gonna be the girl who everyone hates. It's gonna be the girl who everyone blames. It's gonna be the one who everyone wants it to be. They're gonna say, it has to be me. Or maybe they won't. Maybe I won't give them the chance. Let's not pretend for a second that I'm going gentle into that night, that I'm going down like a brave, strong savior. No, I'm gonna run far away from the fight. Yes, it means that we don't solve the problem. Yes, it means that the demon wins again. And I know that I'm still gonna be the girl who everyone hates, still gonna be the girl who everyone blames, still gonna be the one who's frightened and chooses to flee before they say, it has to be me, it has to be me. But if I try to run and again choose to hide, I'd abandon the people who've worked by my side, who are risking their lives, and without me, what would they do then? And I know that it's easy to justify the choices you make when you don't want to die. But if I don't break the pattern now, then when? I caused this problem to save my life, and every second I regret it. Now I face the same choice again, and finally I think I get it. A world where life is simple and sweet is a world I'll never live in. I'll never get my wish to be normal, but maybe I can be forgiven. Let's not pretend for a second that people would ever think I'd be strong, that people would ever think I'd be good. If I run away, they were right all along. No, I'll never be normal. No, I'll never be free like I dreamed. No, I never will get my fresh start, but with my end, maybe I'll be redeemed. Yes, I know how it has to be. Yes, I get it, I finally see that someone has to die. Someone has to die. Someone has to die. And I know it has to be me.
Colby, troubled but not wanting to be caught overhearing, ducks out of sight and exits. As Heldora turns to exit, Hannah paces on stage uncomfortably, too distracted to watch where she is going. She barrels straight into Heldora.
Oh, crap! I'm sorry.
It's okay. Where are you going?
Where are you going here?
I was just thinking about what's going to happen when we face your Killdeer.
Oh, are you nervous?
Yeah.
Well, duh. Fighting a demon troll.
Yeah, that.
So, you went for a walk to clear your head?
Pretty much.
Me too. I've been trying so hard lately to think about what I want and what it's important to me and what I'm willing to give up. And it's like my thoughts are in a microscope slide, and the harder than I think, I'm pressing down on it and I'm squishing it, and it's not making them any clearer, and I'm just making them go. And I'm not going to learn an answer, and I'm going to fight this thing, and I'm just going to have an unpleasant experience trying to like clear the microscope slide.
Has anyone ever told you
that I need to relax? Yeah, I know.
That you make more sense than anyone I've ever met.
Hannah and Haldora lock eyes for a moment, and then Haldora kisses Hannah.
What do you do that for?
I just wanted you to know how I felt.
You just knew what you wanted and did it. Just like that. Like it was easy.
Hannah,
You're brave.
I want to be.
I do too.
Hannah kisses Haldora. Freddie sees Hannah and Haldora kissing.
Hannah, I should tell you, I really enjoyed that.
Me too.
Lights come up on a hiking path near the Mountain Solar in northern Iceland.
Okay, everyone know what you're doing? Remember, he'll be ready for us. Between his powers and Haldora, he might know our plan. Our only hope is to move quickly. Let's go.
Everyone passes through an unseen archway into the Valley of Immortality. Yurkeldir is there and does not look worried.
Well, here you are.
Get ready.
You know, the other stuff was mostly for fun. I knew this is where we'd end up. In my valley, with my water. Go ahead, make your wish. Once it's just you and me, I'll make you drink it.
Not if I pour it out first.
You can try, but the thing is, you can stop a demon.
Yurkeldir slowly begins to move, forcing Haldora to mirror his movements. Colby pulls Zane aside.
Hey, listen, I'm doing exactly what I want to do.
What do you mean?
Yurkeldir uses his control to make Haldora reach into her pocket. Haldora tries to resist but can't stop it.
You can stop a demon.
And I really love you.
I love you too, but what are you...
Whoa, 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 you can stop a demon.
With a triumphant motion, Yurkeldir makes Haldora pull her hand out of her pocket, but her hand is empty. Both Yurkeldir and Haldora look confused.
What?
Where's the water?
Colby pulls the vial of water from the Valley of Death out of her pocket.
It doesn't have to be you.
Colby, no!
Colby whispers a wish into the wishing stone, and there is a flash of light. When it clears, everyone has disappeared from the Valley of Immortality except for Colby. She pours the water of death into the water of immortality, and everything starts to rumble. The Valley of Immortality is destroyed, taking Colby out with it. A lighting transition brings us into the Valley of Death.
What was that? What did she do?
She sacrificed herself.
No, not yet. We can go back. We've got to go back.
Zane.
No.
What have you done to me?
You're mortal, bitch. Come on before he gets his strength back.
Zane, come on, we need you.
She can't do it. She can't even hear you.
Hey, whatever's going through your head right now, you realize you have the power to make sure the bad guy doesn't win, right? It's in your hands, and you know who it's for.
This is for Colby.
No!
Wait, where did we go?
Back to the Valley of Immortality. Colby's wish.
I thought it was destroyed.
Somehow it wasn't. Somehow it just changed.
Forget-me-nots. Colby. These are forget-me-nots. You make the world feel like it's... How can I even... In this place with you, I tried to save you, to stop time. But I couldn't. I should have listened to what you wanted. I should have realized I couldn't save you.
She saved herself. There was a future she didn't want. She saved herself from it. You know that more than anything, Colby wanted to make a difference. She did. I don't know what I'll do now, but there's nowhere I have to be. All the futures I've seen, for the first time, I see one for me. And the loss is cut deep, but we have to keep holding on, moving ahead. So I'm gonna do what somebody special once said. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna sail on the ocean and see so much more than valleys.
There's a whole world to explore, dreams to expand now that I'm free.
After a lifetime of hiding and waiting, now I can plan.
To live all that I can.
She did that for us. She did that for a lot of people. She saved so much, Zane.
I know, and I know. It's what she wanted.
You're not okay. And right now, you don't have to be.
So, Eldora, what about you?
What do you mean?
You're free too, and they're not gonna hate you or blame you like before. You can finally have the life you wanted. A normal life.
I know. But somehow I don't think I want that anymore. Now that there's closure here, I could go somewhere new.
Let go of what you think people expect of you.
Be who I want to be.
You could come back with me.
What?
I'm ready to be who I am. Maybe even relax a little. And if you want, I'd like to do that with you.
I never imagined living somewhere other than here, but I never imagined I could live near people who actually like me. And if I lived near you, this could be better than barely redeemed, better than simple and sweet, better than trying in vain to be normal.
We have a new normal.
A new normal.
A new normal.
A normal together with you.
It was nice the way you helped Zane back there.
Thanks.
I might even go as far as to say it was heroic.
It wasn't. and that's okay. Sometimes being a good guy means you don't get to be the hero. And sometimes loving someone means you don't get to be with them. Just tell me she'll be loved and treated great. If she's happy, I accept my fate.
Have you thought about online dating? Or a painting class?
It's not that I haven't dated, and I understand that Hannah's not going to end up with me. But I still feel like she's the one.
Maybe you should try a painting class.
Try
a painting class.
Here's how I think that we should do this. Stay with me till you're said and done, and my sister will hog the couch, but on bun day, I'll buy you a bun.
Maybe someday we'll both come back here to remember the place we met and the journey we won't forget. But it's time to go.
And I figured it out.
And I did make a change.
She caught what she wanted.
But before we go, we can all say goodbye and good luck to the place where here at last we fixed the problem.
Goodbye and good luck. It was a good thing. Here at last, we made the difference we wanted.
Somehow we ended up where we needed, although it's not the way we planned.
In a strange way, we're grateful for the task we saw through, because we all found something new.
Here in Iceland.
Here in Iceland.
Here in Iceland.
again, thank you for coming to Berklee Stage Reading Ensemble's performance of The Valley by fabulous writers Jamie Maletz and Eric Fegan. Woohoo! And I want to give the final bow to my wonderful stage manager, Sarah Katz, who's been running the tech for this whole evening. I told you a little bit about her before. Sarah, take a bow. Right on. Okay, so chat will be open momentarily if it's not already, so feel free to write to the performers and tell them what a great job they did. It was amazing, everybody. We'll end the meeting in a few minutes. And just remember to follow Berklee Theater Arts Collaborative on Facebook, Instagram, etc. for information on other offerings. There's a lot to look forward to. Good night, everyone.